All right, welcome back, Fox Sports Radio to Gambler. Sean Brace with you here on a Thursday. Now, folks, we do a little of everything here on this station, and we definitely show love to everything that's happening in the sports world in our local markets. And first and foremost, we have a signal all the way up there in Trenton that you can catch on 104.1 and the FM side of your dial. And, of course, right there in Trenton is home of the Trenton Thunder. Now, I was talking about this earlier this week because the Trenton Thunder are showing much deserved love on July the 20th. Put this in your calendar right now. Showing much love to the great Willie Mays, who passed away last week at the age of 93. And the Trenton Thunder are retiring his jersey. Now, the why is a great story for baseball fans, no matter the location. And for local fans right here in the tri-state area, Delaware Valley, all that, it's a great reason for all of us to get to the game on July the 20th in Trenton. And joining us right now to talk a little bit more about how this came about, the Trenton Thunder general manager, Jon Bodnar, joining us on the Gambler Stream. John, good afternoon, sir. How are we doing today?
I'm good, Sean. How are you? Thanks for having me. Excited to be on here. Excited to talk about the game that we have coming up on the 20th. As well as the Trenton Thunder and what we've got going on this summer. But we're excited for to give tribute to the life and career of Willie Mays. And really bring light to the younger generation, because that's who we bring out to Trenton Thunder Ballpark is young families, and just the career that Willie had, and his start, which I don't think a lot of people know, was in Trenton. So it's a great opportunity for us, that we pride ourselves on being a community first organization. And then this is just another way that we can, showcase the Trenton community.
Yeah, John, and I want to start there, and we're going to hear a little bit more about what you guys have going on right in the middle of a season right now, and it's a game tonight, a matter of fact. But yeah, I, of course, know who Willie Mays is, and I think we all do. One of the greatest baseball players to ever play the game. And if you ask a lot of people that happen to watch him play, they'll tell you point blank, the greatest baseball player to ever play. I had no idea that his career started with the Trenton Giants back in 1950 at the age of 19 after playing for the Birmingham Black Barons. Now, talk a little bit, of course, as I just mentioned, the Trenton Giants there, John. So, when we think of Willie Mays, we know he's got the number 12 or 24, excuse me. What's the number that's officially going to be retired by the Trenton Thunder?
Yeah, we'll be retiring Willie Mays number 12, which is what he wore when he did play for the Trenton Giants. And, his time here, like a normal minor leaguer, wasn't particularly long, but it was star-studded. I mean, he was an absolute beast, as you can imagine, and he tore it up, as he was making his way to the major leagues. I mean, he hit something like 353 during his time here in Trenton, playing over at Dunn Field. And we're excited, and the number 12 is now going to be recognized amongst the other, Thunder greats, Tony Clark, David Eckstein, Nomar Garcia-Parra, our legendary manager, Tony Franklin, and of course, number 42, which is retired for Jackie Robinson across of all of Major League and minor league baseball. But again, it's going to be cool to see the number 12. And when it does get displayed, it's going to be in that Trenton Giants colors. And it's just going to be a great recognition. Like you said, people are familiar with Willie Mays, the New York Giant, and San Francisco Giant, but they're not familiar with Willie Mays, the Trenton Giant. And it's going to bring light to that 1950s team too, and there's still a lot of talk and passion about that team. And, a couple of weeks ago, I had a fan reach out that their grandfather was on that team and just wanted to come to this ballpark to experience it. So, it's going to mean a lot to baseball fans, but to just our community at large.
John, the Trenton Giants, they were a minor league affiliate for the New York Yankees or for the San Francisco Giants, of course, correct?
I guess at the time, the New York Giants. Yeah. Like I said, Willie, he came here, was promoted shortly after to the Minneapolis Millers, I believe it was. That's where he went after his time here in Trenton before being called up to the New York Giants. And, like I said, was, he just had that, jaw dropping, talent. And, for those that don't know, Willie Mays obviously spent some time in the Negro leagues, and then had his active military career. So, we're already talking about one of the greatest players of all time. And, without those little wrinkles in his professional career, you're probably talking about the best statistical player of all time. And, unfortunately, a lot of guys in that era were robbed out of, years of their major league career, and it's just something you have to look back on. But, you look at Willie's stats and it's incredible. And as somebody that, obviously I wasn't around for his career, and a lot of times some of this stuff comes to light after, unfortunately, someone passes away. But just looking at his statistics, you're like, oh my God, there's a reason why people say he's the best of all time.
Yeah, and it's great to go back and look. I'm 43, so like but not to sit here and say that I remember, but coming up, and of course you seeing the catch, and just hearing the stories and all that. Heck, this past week watching the catch, I didn't know that was in a World Series game.
Yeah,
and like I'm like, oh, okay, so you're learning something there, and that's what it's all about. It's about education at the end of the day too, as well as honoring the great legacy of Willie Mays, who came through Trenton, which I had no idea. Just want to bring up the fact that he spent a little bit more time in Trenton, because when he got called up to Minneapolis, he hit for 400 in his first month, and then he was called up immediately to the Giants. We're talking about just an incredible human being, number one, but a heck of a ball player, number two. Jon, take us behind the scenes. Obviously, Trenton, you guys pack the ball yard. People want to be entertained. They want to have some fun and see a great baseball product. You got some really great players out there right now with your organization. I'm curious, though, like you said, he was up there in age. You kind of knew you wanted to show some love, show a tribute to him. When did this conversation start? And did it unfortunately hit the gas pedal with the recent news that he passed away?
Yeah, I mean, Willie Mays has obviously always been a part of our history, and the history here of baseball in Trenton. And it is unfortunate that sometimes these things, like you said, it hits the gas when an unfortunate event happens. And now it quickly became a even larger subject. I mean, we're going to be we're actually hosting Tony Clark here at the ballpark in a couple of weeks. And Tony, we're giving away a bobblehead. Tony's going to be in his Trenton Giants uniform that we wore, in honor of that 1950s team back in 1994. We did a replica jersey. So Tony Clark's going to be here at the ballpark, so that was kind of already part of our, 2024 celebration year. But it came about pretty quickly. Obviously we're always looking for, ways we can embrace our community. And so when this happened, it was like, okay, how do we bring a positive light to this? How do we have an impact on our, continue to have an impact on our community, the baseball community, and show appreciation, like I said at the top, not just to the career of Willie Mays, but the life of Willie Mays. How do we honor that legacy and continue to honor that legacy from this point on to the future, and highlight him? Obviously just because he's passed, his legacy is not going away anytime soon. So between myself, our president, Jeff Hurley, our ownership group, and actually, beloved Phillies broadcaster, Tom McCarthy, who spent time here in Trenton as our assistant general manager and broadcaster. Our radio booth is actually named after Tom, and he's a major cheerleader, for this organization. And, it came about very quickly in conversations, and like I said, this was a way that we could honor Willie's life and career, and have a lasting impact, on the Trenton Thunder organization and Trenton baseball.
Excellent. All right, Jon. So July the 20th, and let the people know how we can get tickets, because we got to pack this ballpark up, and I'm sure it's not going to take much with honoring the great Willie Mays on July the 20th at the Trenton Thunder game.
Yeah, absolutely. Fans can head over to TrentonThunder.com, and click on the tickets tab to get tickets. Like you said, they're going fast. I mean, it was already close to a sellout game. We've got post-game fireworks that night as well. But this is the icing on the cake. It's going to be a phenomenal pregame ceremony. We've got a lot in the works and a lot going on. So we hope to see everybody there. And for those that haven't been to the ballpark before, it's a family first environment. That's what we're all about. We want you here. We want you to bring the kids. We want you to bring them multiple times throughout the summer. Whether it's for the promotions, whether it's for the dollar dogs on Tuesday night, the Thirsty Thursday beer special, kids run the bases on Sunday. We have something for everybody here. That's what we pride ourselves on, and we're looking forward to seeing people all summer long. But we hope everybody makes it out here for the game on July 20th as we honor Willie Mays.
A beautiful ballpark out there in Trenton with great history. We know that, and really excited. And at games all the way up into the first week of September. So get on out, get yourself some tickets. If you can't make the 20th, get on out and support the Trenton Thunder. Quickly on this, though, John, I want to ask you a question. You got a slugger on your team right here, right now. Really interesting story. If we can get a little background on him, please. He's not able to be drafted until 2026, I want to say. But, man, he was the leading home run hitter in high school, I believe, in Japan, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
This kid is special. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, Rentaro Sasaki, really came on the scene. A lot of behind the scenes work, and I give all the credit in the world to Major League Baseball and PBR, for getting this done and bringing Rentaro to the MLB Draft League to continue to gain us great exposure. And the league has done a phenomenal job to continue to get this league more and more exposure. We are expecting to have our highest player drafted, in the upcoming draft. But yeah, Rentaro, he's a beast, man. It's different. It is different. It goes back to some of the likes that we've seen over here, when at the affiliated level, the likes of Aaron Judge, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who came through playing with New Hampshire Fisher Cats, but played against the Trenton Thunder. The sound off the bat is different, right? And Rentaro had his first home run here at Trenton Thunder Ballpark just last night, over 407 feet to dead center field. In our new look Trenton Goldens jerseys that we do in honor of our Bat Dogs. But yeah, it's fun. He's taken the non-traditional route. He bypassed the Japanese leagues. He's going to Stanford. So yes, he's not draft eligible until 2026. So, it was great for the league to be able to kind of work through that situation because, the majority of the times our guys do need to be draft eligible. But this was an opportunity that, we had to take advantage of. And like I said, Rentaro has been nothing but phenomenal on the field and off the field. And it's just continued great exposure, not just for the Trenton Thunder, but the MLB Draft League in total. We've gotten great media coverage. The ballpark's been packed for him. People were coming out of the woodworks to come see him. And why not, right? Like you said, he set the record, for home runs in Japan, hitting like a crazy number, 140, something in his career. And, it's been an honor to have him. And it's exciting. BP is can't miss. And the guy's hitting balls into the Delaware River. And it's just a matter of time until he does one in game. But yeah, it's been exciting to have Rentaro here. We have him through the first half of the season, which will conclude, unfortunately it's on the road. We conclude the first half July 13th. So the last opportunity to see Rentaro Sasaki here at Trenton Thunder Ballpark is July 7th.
Excellent. Right around the corner. And of course, with the 20th as well, with the retirement ceremony for the great Willie Mays' jersey when he played for the Trenton Giants. John, can't thank you enough. Continued success out there. We're definitely bringing the Gambler Gang to a Trenton Thunder game ASAP. Trust me, that is in the works, my friend. But really, really can't thank you enough for a couple minutes here. And of course, to hear and talk about the great Willie Mays, nothing better than that. But like I said, continued success this year. And we'll see you at the ball yard, my friend.
Thanks, Sean. Appreciate the time. Appreciate the shout outs and the highlights on the Trenton Thunder. Looking forward to having you and everybody else out at the ballpark this summer.
Excellent stuff. Good luck on the 20th. And once again, folks, make sure you're tuned into the Gambler on our Trenton FM signal over at 104.1. Don't go anywhere. More Daily Ticket. Back after this.